I
Words are escaping all of us.
Dearest mother, everyone brought their pets to school today. And then we got into some intensely heated political and morality debates using said animals. That's the episode.
This episode made me laugh the hardest that any episode has ever done. And it's a thing that is the most... If anyone has played Ace Combat, they do something that's extremely similar, but I'm pretty sure they did it because they didn't have a budget in Ace Combat versus they did it here because it would be freaking hilarious. They put a JPEG of a dog in the animation, and I fucking lost it. And then when they cut to the back shot, and it's still the JPEG of the dog, but they're animating the JPEG of the dog's tail to wag. I was out. I was done.
This is the nonsense that I live for.
God.
And what's even funnier is they actually put in like a drawing of a dog, of the actual dog, later on in the episode. So yeah, basically it starts out with Kamiyama being like, "We should practice baseball again because we just kind of forgot about it." Oh, you forgot about something that happened in the previous episode, Kamiyama. And then they're like, "But the horse is running around the track, so we should probably cancel it right now."
Yeah.
But which gets into this like debate of just like, man, animals are great. Pets are great. I love pets. I'm pet sitting right now as we're recording this episode. So, and yeah, everyone brings in their animals. What's his name? The lackey. Hokuto's lackey brings in his dog named Taro, the JPEG of the dog. And he's like, "Oh yeah, his name's Taro, which is a pretty common name. And speaking of names, Kamiyama just interrupts. What other animals do we have here?" And what's his name? The guy with the blonde hair, Maeda. It's like, "Well, I brought a hamster, but
Hayashida.
Yeah, Hayashida's snake ate it." Which, okay. A lot of different animals. There was like an iguana, a frog, a rhinoceros beetle.
There was a ton of stuff.
Yeah. And then the most shocking of them all, Gory and his master, his owner. Which is a monkey. I think a gibbon, but I am not entirely sure. Don't think too hard about it.
My entire logic center of my brain clocked out after I saw the JPEG of that dog. My brain was just recalculating the fact that they actually did that as a joke. And I somehow hope that is in the manga where there was an actual Getty Images picture of a dog in the manga. I hope.
Hey, it wouldn't be the first time a Getty's image got into a professional product. Square Enix.
Good Lord.
So basically, well, it was funny because what's his name? So Hokuto was like, "I was going to bring a lion to school, but traveling got a little tricky, so I decided to bring this pet." And when Hayashida asks him about his pet, it switches to the background of a cityscape. Like, this whole show does this a lot. It'll change the background for just like a split second, for just like 1 second. So then it cuts to Maeda shoveling hay and being like, "Man, I don't get why I have to do this." And then, of course, fake Yamaguchi's up there also shoveling hay. And they have this rather intense political debate that also has to do with bath mats. Yeah. Political commentary.
At that point, I just kind of tuned out.
It's like, okay, I'm done. I'm out. Picking up my suitcase and leaving. Bye. Which is exactly what it is. Yeah. And then it's just like he's enlightened. And then they, of course, rehashed that same horse riding animation from the best episode of the show.
Of course.
So, of course, if this show, I can't tell if this show was ever on a tighter budget or if it was just like, screw it, we're going to rehash everything because it's funny and we got the assets for it.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, there's like, what did you say about Japan? Like, getting a little nationalistic. It's like, oh no, never mind.
Just a touch.
And then morality using animals as a debate topic, which results in Maeda training himself to be a cat. Not on the Broadway show or in the horrifying 2019 film. Just little cat ears. And that's it. He's stuck there forever wearing those cat ears.
I understand it now. Oh, yeah, we get it too. Can I take these off? No, you can't. I wonder why I couldn't take them off, though.
And then the episode ends. This show, I think, that, like, is there any debate on if this show was ever on the rails, or did it just like fly off and then just like the rest of the crash was like a delayed reaction? Like the train, like the front of the train hits the side of the mountain, and then like 25 episodes later, the rest of the train comes barreling through.
I think they're still sitting at the station on mushrooms and they never actually left, and they're just imagining what the train ride is like.
You know what? That's pretty accurate.
It's like this show. It's like you think they've done enough. They've gotten every joke in, and they haven't.
No.
There's a reason why I wanted to do this one separate, because the last episode, just from reading the synopsis, is just something completely out of left field.
Oh yeah, that episode. That's the one episode I think I may like the least, but only because I'm not entirely sure how to react to the comedy of it, because it's mid-2000s comedy. So
yeah,
but we'll get to that when we get to that. Oh, this show.
I can't get over that dog.
I know it's so jarring when they have that JPEG of the dog, and then they don't consistently keep that going in the episode.
No, that makes too much sense. We can't have that happen.
No, the show, the description of the show of the episode said, oh yeah, it's like they lost interest in it, and it's just like, yeah, that's like every episode of this show. They have a plot, they have jokes, and then they get tired of it, and then move on to something else.
By the way, the episode's title is A Hole in Lotta Love, which is a great play on words.
Whole lot of love. Sorry,
Yeah.
Damn, that Dungeons and Dragons movie. Okay.
Yeah. All right. We're on to the last episode. Cameron, where can everybody find you?
At Twitter, you can find me at Cam's Eye View. I have my own website called camseyeview.biz, where I review animated films and shows from around the world called The Other Side of Animation. I am the co-host of the Renegade Animation podcast on renegadepopculture.com. And I also have a Patreon at patreon.com/camseyeview. That's where you can find me.
Great. Mike, where can we find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at Captain K42. You can check out my quick thoughts on letterboxd.com/CoachK42. And you can follow Renegade Pop Culture on Facebook and Twitter at Ren Pop Culture. You can also find us on YouTube, on Podchaser, on the Banana Meter. Listen to all of our podcasts on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. And last but not least, everything can be found at renegadepopculture.com. Need an escape? So do we.
Absolutely. You can find me everywhere at Organize Zero, mostly Twitch and YouTube. And until next time, we will see you all later. Bye.